buildings, but slightly different colour. The Apollo makes a difference from the usual gigs I play. Normally I play the kind of comedy clubs that when I come on stage, men look at me and go, hang on a minute, there's a bird on stage. I have to explain to them, some of us get on the stage now without a pole. And sometimes I get wolf whistles, which is lovely. I never used to get that when I was a bloke. Well, my name is Shappi, and Shappi isn't my real name, it's just a nickname. It's short for Sharp-Harak. I changed it to Shappi. When I was 12, I got sick of being called Shit Attack. Teachers are so cruel. And my mum always used to say to me, but you know, she's foreign. Sharp-Harak, it means butterfly in Persian. Oh, I looked it up in a Persian dictionary. It actually means moth. It's a bit insensitive putting all these lights up around me, if I'm honest with you. It is. It's like dissing my culture. Do you get me? That was me being street. It doesn't suit me, does it? Because I'm quite Blue Peter. But when you have a really foreign name, you have to shorten it so people pronounce it better. So I shortened Sharp-Harak to Shappi. I went to school with a guy called Mir Abdul Baqi, and he shortened his name to Jim. I have a cousin called Mohammed, and he's had to change his name to It Wasn't Me. I am from the Middle East. I'm actually Iranian. I was born in Iran, and a lot of American people still don't know the difference between Iran and Iraq, and I always have to explain to them, we're the ones with weapons of mass destruction. I don't know if I would have turned out a stand-up comedian in Iran, because, as you know, the Iranian government advocate free speech, but there's no freedom after you've spoken. It gets a bit deathy. So I came to Britain in the early 80s. We were refugees long before it became fashionable. I like friendly, a little bit of friendly racism is nice. When I was a little girl, I used to always go to my friend Katie's house, and every time her dad opened the door, he'd go, hello, Shappi, been on holiday? So, I have a little boy, I have a baby boy, I'm a mum, and I'm looking at you, some of you are so young, I could be your mummy if I lived somewhere rural. Like a lot of women, I got to my 30s and I thought, I've got to have a baby now. Why, my mum's still young enough to look after it for me. Thank goodness I have a child now. It was no fun being a broody Iranian woman. Every time I said to people, my body clock's ticking, they'd hit the ground. My husband's English, he's from Nottingham, and a lot of people ask me if my husband's Iranian. I go, well, he's not, he's English, but he's planning to convert. His family are absolutely lovely, and when they first met me, they kept going, oh, Shappi's so exotic, she's so exotic, which means foreign, but not in a way that we hate. And his grandma's especially sweet. When she found out that I was Iranian, she goes, oh, you're Iranian, what a coincidence. Our next-door neighbours, they're Indian. Oh, I must go round. Compare spices. I'm actually going on holiday to India next month, and I wanted to know what the weather was going to be like there, so I phoned my bank. I am bilingual. I speak fluent Persian, and if you're bilingual, you use your other language to talk about people so they don't understand, right? But we mix our languages so much, we don't realise we're doing it, which defeats the whole object. The amount of times I've been out with my mum, and she goes, Nigah kun on dokhtare with a red coat. Mashallah, chaqad fateh. So my mother-in-law asked me, soon after my son was born, my mother-in-law asked me, so Shappi, are you going to have your son circumcised? And I was like, well, not unless he's really naughty. I went to a Christian school, but this was the 1980s, so they didn't call them Christian schools then, they just called them school. And we used used to have nativity plays, and I always wanted to play an angel, but as my teachers explained to me, no shit attack. Little blonde girls are angels, little brown girls are the whores of Babylon. It was all very Christian. In fact, I went to Brownies as well, which is a Christian organisation, but my parents sent me there because they thought it was an after-school club for Asian kids. My secondary school was very different. I went to a big state comprehensive where the motto was Tendo non impectro etiam, which translates as try not to get stabbed, yeah? It was very difficult, and the boys didn't pay any attention to me until I was about 15 or 16, but then only the Asian guys came up to me and went, "What are you? What are you?" And I'm like, why, I do believe I'm human. No, are you Hindu? Are you Muslim? Are you Sikh? What are you? They were very devout boys. They wanted to check you were the same religion as them before they tried to finger you behind the bike shed. The younger generation is very different. I have a sister and a brother. They're twins. They're 13 years younger than me because my mother had a menopause panic. My little sister said to me recently, "Shappi, is that really weird? Because we're sisters and we both live in London, but I never see you." That's because of the way you talk. Different generations and different dads. And my little sister, she thinks she's a bit ghetto, do you get me? She comes out with stuff like, "You don't know what it's like out on the streets." I'm like, well, it's a bit parky. And just one final thing before I go. My little sister, she got me on Facebook because I was on MySpace. And she goes, no, you don't want to be on MySpace. Yeah, you want to be on Facebook. So I joined both, but I keep muddling them up and I keep inviting people to come on my face. Still, 80,000 friends. You've been delightful. Thank you.